I just want to say two things before we get into the actual game. One, revenge is sweet because we remember going away to Sevilla earlier in the season. They embarrassed us 4-1, so we had to get our get back, and that's exactly what we did. Scoring 5 on their head top. So Sevilla, suck on that. And 2, Newcastle, be ready to suffer, man. Just be ready to suffer because after this performance today, these players are ready to absolutely cook you. That's all I can say. That is all I can say. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona get a massive win at home, defeating Sevilla 5-2. And of course, the most important thing as well, staying top of the table. But not only is it important with the fact that we're still top of the table, but it's about building the confidence for what's to come for the more important game against Newcastle for, of course, the round of 16 knockout. So, yeah, after today's performance, I'm sure these players are going to go into that game with a lot of confidence. So, yeah, that's a great takeaway from this game for sure. But a hat-trick from Raphinha, a golazo from Dani Olmo, and a golazo from Cancelo. And from Sevilla's ends, a goal from Oso and from Sao. Literally, both of those goals came in the dying minutes of each half. In the first half, in the 43rd, right here, as you can see, in the 48th minute, and literally the last minute of extra time for the game to end. But we can talk about right there some lazy defending there from Barcelona. But nonetheless, the important thing is that we got the win. It was a good game overall from Barcelona. We were the dominant team. We deserved this win. So let's talk about it. So the lineup that Hansi Flick decided to go for today was Joao Garcia in goal. Backline of Espart, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, Joao Cancelo, midfielder Pedri, Bernal, Dani Olmo, and up top Raphinha, Lewandowski, and Rooney Bargi. So a very solid lineup. Some good rotations made with Espart getting his debut start for Barcelona. Great for him. And Rooney obviously starting today as well. Obviously, because midweek we got some news that Lamine, felt some discomfort. He wasn't training with the team, but we also got some news that he was ready to be able to play for this game, which is great as well. Also some massive news as well with Gavi, the return of Gavi as well. We got news, I think yesterday, that Gavi was ready to go, and he got some minutes today, which is great to see as well. But yeah, a really solid lineup from Hansi Flick. But I think there's a couple players we have to talk about specific. One of them is Raphinha, bro. Of course, a lot of criticism has been had about Raphinha throughout the season, that he hasn't been looking the greatest. Of course, he suffered through some injuries as well. In these last couple games, he hasn't been looking the best. And today, what a game, man. What a game. Not only because he scored a hat-trick, but his overall performance throughout this whole game, amazing, bro. Being involved in every play possible in the attack, being everywhere on the pitch, going through the middle, going to the right, wanted to always be involved, and of course, that confidence that he took in scoring that hat-trick that he had. Obviously, 2 penalties and 1, a little bit of deflection, a little bit of luck there, but still, man, that's the confidence that you need to score these goals, that you take it with no scared in your body, that you just want to take these shots, you want to take these opportunities. Raphinha took them today with such confidence, and hopefully he just builds momentum after this, man. But a great hat-trick from Raphinha. Those penalties were amazing. The first one, a little Panenka with such confidence, with just swagger. It was beautiful to see. And the second one just slots it in where the goalkeeper gets a hand onto it, but still, he puts too much power onto it. You can't save it, and Raphinha slots it in. And of course, again, the third one was a little bit of deflection. Great little play there between Fermin and Raphinha, but hey, I don't care. We'll take it. He still was able to celebrate like this, which is great to see. But yeah, Raphinha was great to them, man. For sure deserves man of the match because he scored the hat-trick. So great for Raphinha. Hopefully, again, he just builds confidence after this game to continue like this until the end of the season, of course, for the important games for Barcelona. Another player, Joao Cancelo, man. Of course, signing Joao Cancelo was definitely a controversial thing to do for Barcelona and from Deco, because a lot of people didn't think that he was going to be the guy to help Barcelona, especially in defense. That was his main liability with Joao Cancelo, is his defensive ability. But in these last couple games that he's gotten the trust from Hansi Flick, finally, he's been cooking, man. He's been looking great, man. His attacking, we already know how great he is attacking. Today wins us both the penalties and, of course, that last goal as well with such confidence. Just, my God, it's just like his intelligence, man. His intelligence. You just wonder, how is this guy considered a defender when attacking? He plays like a winger, bro. He plays like such a skillful, attacking-minded, such an incredible, high IQ kind of winger, man. He's just so great going forward. And today, we saw that today, man. Again, those 2 penalties that he won because of his incredible skill, and of course how his great dribbling as well, and how dangerous he is inside the opposition's box. Wins us the first penalty where he gets tackled from behind, clear penalty, and the second one where he just cuts in, but obviously the Sevilla player leaves his hand out, tries to go for it, and a penalty for the second one as well. And again, the third one, great, a little bit of a help there from Lewandowski. Joao Cancelo runs through, and again, cuts in and scores the goal, bro. He's just so good, man. He's been proving the haters wrong. Anyone that doubted him and helping out Barcelona, Well, there you can see João Cancelo, man, he's just a baller, bro. He's just such a great baller. Defensively, he's been looking solid too. It's not like he's been getting cooked left, right, and center. He's actually been looking pretty solid. So, João Cancelo has been having a great time so far in his little loan spell that he's had right now for Barcelona. So, great from João Cancelo, seeing that he's playing with confidence and obviously from the trust of Hansi Flick and the team. So, yeah, beautiful performance from João Cancelo. Other players to give credit to, Dani Olmo, I thought it was great today. He had a great goal, a great link-up play between him and Bernal right there. A little bit of luck for that pass to get to Dani Olmo, but Dani Olmo gets to it and he slots it in. But I thought Dani Olmo did great today. He was everywhere on the pitch. Great link-up play, great defensive work. I even saw him running and pressing for his life at times too. I'm like, all right, cool, good. That's what we love to see. We give credit to Fermin for that. I always wanted to press, always wanted to run throughout this whole game. Dani Olmo was doing that today as well. Later in the game, had to drop back to play as a number 8 as Pedri came off during halftime, and still did great, man. Still did great. Dani Olmo, gives him props to him. Again, just build up this confidence because we know how good of a player he is, but he just needs to continue with this form consistently, man, because we all know he can be very consistent. So hopefully after today, builds up that confidence and continues like that for the very important games. But I thought Dani Olmo was spectacular today. Lewandowski, slow game in the office, I can't lie. Had some moments. Definitely could have scored one in the second half, but had some good link-up play as well. Did well for the 5th goal to help out Cancelo there, but it was all right. It was all right. I'm surprised he played the whole game. I'm surprised Ferran didn't come in. That's probably a hint as to Ferran might be starting against Newcastle, but not bad from him. Pedri was actually had a pretty slow game today. I didn't really see him much on the pitch. He came off during halftime. I hope that's just like a precaution measure. Obviously we need him for such an important game against Newcastle, so hopefully Hansi Flick just took him out so he can have a little bit of rest there because he's been playing a lot. So since coming back from injury, so hopefully that's the matter. I haven't seen any type of news that he's injured or anything. So, but Pedri wasn't really shining throughout this game. He had this one little great tackle that he had towards the end in their half, where if he didn't get to that tackle, they would have been on a break. So, but besides that, Pedri, slow day today. But I don't mind if what's it called? If the whole team in general is also playing well. Bernal, I thought he was great today, man. Made some great tackles, made some great recoveries, confident on the ball, makes some great runs. Those runs that he makes, man, he made a lot of beautiful runs in the attack. And there were some moments where they didn't see him, but obviously when they do see him, he can cause some problems there, right? And against the assist, you can say, I don't think he got the actual assist, but unfortunately, obviously that great movement that he had to try and make that assist for Dani Olmo and ended up landing for Dani Olmo to slot it in for the 3rd goal. But yeah, Bernal, I was truly impressed with his performance today. I thought he was great today. And again, man, all I can say is Bernal is the truth, bro. He is the truth. Rooney, slowly in the office, really didn't do much. Had some good hold-up play. Besides that, not particularly impressed with his performance. Gerard Martin and Cubarsí, I thought Gerard Martin was the better of the lot between Cubarsí. I think Cubarsí started off a little bit slow in the first half, but slowly, gradually got into the game, made some great tackles, made some was great in possession as well. Gerard Martin playing with confidence going forward. He had one little break in Sevilla's box where he almost caused some problems. Obviously, make that pass to Bernal when he was open through in goal. I thought Gerard Martin had a great game today. Cubarsí, pretty minish game, but not terrible from him as well. Pretty standard performance from Cubarsí as well. But this partnership, man, I'm liking a lot more. I'm liking than from what I saw in the beginning. I'm liking it a lot more how it is now. But that is kudos to Gerard Martin, man. He's been looking great. Look at this heat, man, bro. He's just ridiculous how much of an improvement this guy has had, and that's just a factor of hard work and trust from the coach like Hansi Flick. So, kudos to him, man. He was great. Espart, besides, lacking a bit in the first goal from the cross that they made, I thought he was pretty solid, man. The main thing you want to see from these young players is that they play with confidence, and he came into this game playing with confidence. So, kudos to the kid. Hopefully he gets more minutes later into the future, later into the season. But, I thought he did pretty well for himself, sticking up for himself on the pitch, not afraid to go for tackles, obviously in possession did very well as well. That's La Masia right there, what you get from these players. They play with such confidence on the ball, which such they're comfortable on the ball. So kudos to the kid. He had a pretty good performance today, man. I can't really say many negative things to him from what he scored, from what he did today. But again, overall, besides Sevilla did get through us a couple times. You know, John Garcia definitely had to make some saves. So a solid performance from John Garcia, even though they scored 2 goals. But those 2 goals, man, it was just poor defending more than any fault in John Garcia. Maybe John could have done a little bit better in the second goal, but it was just poor defending towards the end of, again, both halves. Like, they scored in the 48th and the 92nd, like literally end of first half, where like this is, you know, something Barcelona tends to do, where they think they're comfortable, they think they're good, and then they slow down, they shut off. We can't be doing that, right? In the first one, again, a little bit of fault of Esparta defending it very well, and the second one, Gerard Martin not defending Sal very well. But hey, man, we were already up and we were already good, so I'm not too upset about those. But obviously, against the bigger teams in the most important moments, we have to be wary about that and be focused throughout the whole game. Not just because we're winning, we have to be comfortable and settle down. No, we have to be focused throughout the whole 90. From the players that came in, Fermin did great. Obviously, gets the assist for Raphinha's goal. Came in with a lot of confidence. You know, took some shots as well. I thought he was great, pressing as well, amazing, helping out defensively. He did great. Araujo comes in, solid performance when he came in. He could have scored a goal as well from a corner kick. Unfortunately, he didn't. Casado came in very solid as well. Made some good clearances. I can't complain about him. Lamine actually came in. You know, imagine being 5-1 up and Lamine comes in, right? It's scary. But really, he really didn't do much. I can't lie. He really didn't do much. And then Gavi comes in. I think it's more of like, you know, just to give praise and a standing ovation to our guy Gavi is back after such a long time being out, unfortunately, man. But he comes in, gets a round of applause from the whole stadium. And that's another thing I gotta say. The stadium today was electrifying. They were great. You know, obviously their capacity went up as well. When you can see the capacity right here, it went up now to 56,000, which is great to see. So we need that energy to obviously against Newcastle as well. But yeah, Gavi comes in, gets a round of applause. Great to see that Gavi is finally back, man. But man, overall, I was very satisfied with his performance. We did great. Our pressing was great. Our defensive work, our teamwork was great, and obviously the goals that we scored were great to see as well, man. Raphinha, Hattrick. Hopefully he builds up on the confidence. Cancelo still cooking up on the left hand side, giving some competition to Bales, which of course what we need. I'm not saying that Cancelo's gonna bench Bale forever now. Obviously, when Bale comes back, I think he'll get that confidence back from Hansi Flick. But it's a matter of you have competition, which is, you know, needed for every single position. And Dani Olmo, his great goal as well to slot it in as well. But overall, a great performance from Barcelona. Again, this is the confidence ability that we need for going into what's going to be a very important match for Barcelona and their season as well, on this Wednesday against Newcastle United. So obviously, we'll have a couple days to talk about before we can talk about this game. But man, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for what this team's about to cook up against Newcastle, man. I'm very confident for this matchup. You know, I mean, Newcastle also just won recently against Chelsea away, so you know, credit to them as well. You know, they're going in with confidence as well. So we're about to see a great game, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, guys, that was the game, the video for today. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the game. Who was your man of the match? Obviously, besides Raphinha, I'd give it to either Cancelo or Olmo. Probably most likely Cancelo if it's not Raphinha. But yeah, the whole game, the whole team today were great, man. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the game. Who was your man of the match? And how are you feeling in this matchup coming up against Newcastle United? Of course, 2 days before, I'll upload a video to go more in depth about what we're about to witness in that game. But yeah, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time you upload. Share to your friends, love football. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Whenever it is, much love. Take care. I love you all. God bless. Peace.